Welcome, Mugcord, to, Mugcord plays Celeste. I'm here with Bando.
Hello, everybody.
Sweet. I think my gimmick...
Shout out to the person who joined Mockcord from the Celeste video.
True,
and then said,
Blue Jay. They were Blue Jay.
and then, like, in the middle of a conversation, they were like, actually, this place sucks lately.
Yeah. So I have an idea for how I want to do the rest of this run. I already did Chapter 1 Dashless, but I think a fun gimmick could be... You can actually beat Celeste by doing B-sides only. Like, I can go back to Chapter 1, and I can go grab the B-side, and honestly I don't even remember where it is. But, like, it is possible to just only do the B-sides, you know? I can, like, start Chapter 2, get to the point where I unlock the B-side, and then quit the level and go try the B-side instead, and that works. That's how I think...
unlock the next chapter then?
Yeah. You can actually beat the game without beating any main chapter. Of course, awesome. I have technically failed that by doing the first chapter dashless, but whatever.
Who cares? It's like an extra challenge, plus chapter 1 is easy anyway.
Yeah, also I did chapter 1 dashless, you know, if you're gonna fucking bitch at me, then how about, like, unsubscribe? Just kidding, don't.
Yeah. No, actually, if you disagree with us ever, unsubscribe. Mockcord is not trying to build a community, it's trying to build an army.
Honestly, that's what I'm fucking saying every day. I straight don't remember where the B-side is for this level, but that's fine.
I think it's later.
Probably. Lol.
I think most B-sides show up later.
Oh yeah, okay. Wait, hold on, let me... See, I've got my plan, right? We're gonna return to map. Then we're just gonna press climb from Chasm. There you go. It previews the fact that the B-side is on this screen. I fucked that one up. I think it's up here, though. That seems intuitive enough, right?
Yeah. Gosh, I'm terrified of the prospect of me having the same bad experience that everyone else is having. I don't have the bad Discord phone update yet.
You will, Bando. And then you won't be able to escape.
I remember switching to it, like, in a test phase once, and I was like, holy moly.
Oh, there it is.
This is the worst thing ever.
It sucks. It's just really, like, bad. Lol.
Come on, Josh.
I think it's possible to... Nah, I don't actually know if you can speed this up in any, like, meaningful way. Right, sweet.
Is this a cassette monsters?
Yeah, that's why it's a...
reference?
Yes, exactly. That's what they were going for. This game came out first, but that's called foreshadowing, okay? Yeah.
No, this game came out just yesterday. That's why we're playing it right now.
That's true, actually. Fucking dumbass.
As you know, on Mockcord, you only get up-to-date new gaming content.
Fuck. That's true. That's why we play Pokemon Showdown, like, constantly.
Hey, Pokemon Showdown gets, like, updated actually every second, so... That is actually, like, I don't think we have ever done content on Showdown, like, where there hasn't been, like, a major update in between.
Fair. I want to do swag strats. I don't think swag strats. It would have been cool though.
It would have been dope,
Fuck.
but it wasn't.
How's your day been, Bando?
Alright, you know, I'm now completely broke in reverse 1999, and I still don't have the character I want, so I'm very sad about that. I hope I can get that before the event ends.
First time, Bando?
It happens all the time, Josh. I'm the least lucky person when it comes to these Gucci games.
They're truly heartbreaking, huh?
Yeah. Outside that, just a relatively chill day. Had been comfy and nice. Watching long YouTube videos. Playing card games. Overall,
you
a lot
rewatched
of
the
content.
Spelmer guy video, huh?
No, I I have not. They would take like I watch everything on 2x speed, and even still watching like a 2+ hour video again after I watched it a week ago. That's like insane.
No, that's fair. I have also only watched it once, and I probably will not rewatch it for a while.
I mean, yeah. I think the only H-Bomber guy video I watched more than... I actually rewatched like a few of them. The vaccine one was definitely... that one I definitely rewatched. So it's just a very good watch.
Fair. I have had a comparatively uneventful day. I had work, and I had work.
That's just what Pizza Hut does to you. You cannot remember anything besides the hut.
Like, I mean, to be fair, I started at 11:30, and like I finished at... That's not it. Started at 11:30, finished at 5. So like, pretty long day of it, to be fair.
Isn't it the same amount that you usually do?
Nah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. They're... Like, I just get different hours every day. Sometimes I get quite short shifts, sometimes I get pretty long shifts. Fuck that, by the way, that was bullshit.
Yeah, your job is a little on the annoying side, I would say.
Yeah.
I remember this B-side took me like a bajillion tries the first time I played it because I'm really bad with the momentum in this game.
I have a pretty... I mean, I don't remember how long most levels took me on the first attempt. I think, hypothetically, I could like boot up my Switch and check for a good amount of them, because I didn't replay too many levels. Like, you know, that's the thing. I wanted to do swag traps, I wanted to do the wall jump. I have, like, beat every level in, like, I've done chapter 9 and shit.
I think I posted like how many deaths I got in the B-side from this one in Mudcourt once, and you told me that I am the worst person to have ever existed and that it should die.
Probably. That would be in character for me.
Yeah. Well, we won't go further though, because for the YouTube content we can't be going that far.
It's true. Oof, easy.
Oh my god, Terrapagos.
Fuck. I just got bodied there like a moron. Oh, no, that's not it. Ugh.
If Celeste had a Pokemon type, what type do you think would Celeste be? What kind? It's a cat.
Celeste would be...
Don't say fairy, it's way too obvious.
I actually wasn't even thinking of fairy, honestly. Cause like, you're climbing mountains and shit, you know? Fuck, that was bullshit.
I love mountain climbing. Is this a reference to everyone's favorite manga?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Climber?
Celeste is a... This game is an extended The Coomer reference. That's what they were going for when they made it. That was their primary inspiration, actually.
Is Celeste also a deadbeat dad?
Yeah. The only reason the game's not set in Japan is because they didn't want to look like weebs.
I mean, honestly, it's not like you really can tell where this thing is set. It's set in place cold.
It's set in Canada, explicitly. Like, that's part of the text.
I mean, it's like see, when it comes to settings, it's like, sometimes the setting is like, if not for the text, you could not tell.
Also, Celeste is like a real mountain in Canada. It admittedly looks a bit different.
Wait, you tell me there's no like machinery everywhere that teleports you around?
No,
like,
no.
There's spikes everywhere.
They took a bit of creative liberties with it.
This game is very Canadian. You can tell. If you've ever met a Canadian, like Maple before, you could tell that this would be made by Canadians. Do you know that Canadians have... Wait, do you think that Canadians can double jump?
Yeah, well, no, actually, no. Madeline double jumps because she's trans, Bando.
Maybe we got everything wrong. Maybe just Canadians actually can do it, you know?
No, because the other characters that are playable in Celeste, which are none of them, can't jump. Or double jump.
There's no other playable characters.
Yeah, I meant to say the other characters. Like Thea.
Have you ever seen them double jump?
No, because they
Or like,
can't.
have you ever seen them like specifically be incapable of double jumping? Or have you just not seen them in the context of where a double jump may be required.
How do you fucking do the screen again?
What about Evil Celeste? Is Evil Celeste also trans?
Madeline? Well, she's part of Madeline, so it's kind of assumed as such.
But it's like your evil self, right? It's like your opposite. Your
Not opposite. It's part of her. You know, it represents her like depression and shit.
Nah, I disagree. I think what Celeste actually meant is that there's an evil side of you that is the opposite, and you have to get rid of it forcefully and violently. That is what the message of this game is.
No. That is so incorrect. That is
the message of Celeste is that there's a part of you that just needs to go.
That is a I didn't read the dialogue take.
No, Josh, I'm certain. I have talked to the person who made this game before. They told me that I'm totally bad.
Right above the spikes.
Sever the skyline?
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible.
No, it is.
There'll be something that is done in like a shonen show, and it would be like, that's the dopest thing I've ever seen.
Every Celeste B-side is called something like that from like a shonen show. 37 deaths, that's pretty bad.
Nah, I had like 10 times the amount my first time.
Yeah, probably about the same. Maybe only about 150 deaths or something. I don't know. I died more on the B side than I did on the C side. But that's because I
never did a C side because I don't even know what a C side is.
You basically need to like beat the game for them or something. Do you need to? Okay, yeah, you do go down there first.
But there's but C side doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I know. It's a gaff, a gif, a bit of a joke.
All right, I may have to go for 5 minutes, Josh.
Okay,
or
that's
10.
fine. I will keep the viewers
just
entertained.
entertain the audience. I'm excited to, on a rewatch, see what you're about to say on this part.
Of course. Fuck. Nah, I can get the swag strap. What's this? What's this mug cord? I don't think I'm like particularly good at Celeste. I just like if you beat Celeste, including Farewell, then I am about the level of skill that you would be if you have done that. Which is, like, impressive, but not, like, you know, particularly noteworthy, I guess, relative to, like, greater Celeste gaming. Do this again? Okay, yeah. And then the music becomes peak. I'm not, like, going for strawberries explicitly, although I did get some in the first episode. But if I can make myself look cool by getting a strawberry, then I'm gonna. Fuck. I am doing a horrible job at this part. Go away, that was bullshit. I definitely made that. Yeah, there we go. God, I should say something interesting so Bando actually, like, has opinions. Y'all diehard Celeste fans ever see the Theo Instagram posts? They're very good and Kino, and also, like, super well known, so I'm not actually, like, impressing anyone by mentioning the fact that they exist. But, oh, I can't get out there, that's dumb. But no, Celeste Instagram posts. There's like an official account for Theo. I think it's called Theo Understars. And it's, you know, it's written as though Theo had an Instagram account, and it gives you a little bit of prologue to the game, as well as a little bit of sequel to the game. It teases Farewell before that came out. They gave us nice art of Madeline practicing archery for when she appeared in Towerfall. So that was nice and cute. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do that, but well, not supposed to. Of course, you're supposed to be able to do it. It's fucking Celeste. This game is built like with that sort of speedrun tech in mind. Oh, there it is. Okay. I hope I'm right about this thing, by the way, that you can beat the B-sides, and that beats the story stage. The reason I believe it's true is because I think the speedrun does it. Like, Celeste any %, I think, for chapter 6, or maybe 5? One of those two, they actually, like, exit out the stage. They get the B-side, leave the stage, and then just do the B-side, because it's, like, actually quicker. Fuck. Although, to be fair, this B-side's also, like, sick as fuck, so I'm happy to do it, even if, like, you know, even if it turns out that I can't. I think this is, like, when I was playing Celeste casually, for the first time, rather, the game actually has, like, a pretty fair difficulty curve, I feel. If you're, like, reasonably okay at platformers, you're not that likely to, like, you know, take thousands of attempts to beat most of the given levels. But I think this is the first level that's really, like, kind of a spike for most people. That's... Wait, how are you supposed to do that? Oh wait, you can literally just jump off the wall and dash. Jesus Christ. What sort of fucking speedrunner brain rot do I have that I'm like, oh, let me do like a fucking dash jump and shit. It's clearly not even going well for me anyway. Let's do it in this order. Let's not be a moron either. But no, Celeste is a good video game, and if you've never played it, I, like, strongly recommend it. Fuck! Let's, Okay. Okay. Easy. Easy money. I did, like, the first 2 screens deathless to the point where I was actually kind of like, oh, what if I could do this entire thing deathless? But that's not going so well. No, my actual Celeste gaming, just for anyone curious, is I have beat the game, I have gotten all normal strawberries, I've gotten the chapter, or the 1A fucking dashless strawberry. I've been farewell. I've done every level, every seaside, every fucking, you know, core and shit. And I've done farewell. I also have done the, I believe it's called the Moon Berry? The berry that you get in farewell for, like, oh fuck. Just misread that one completely. But no, the berry that you get in farewell for fucking, what way am I getting in here from? Yeah, that worked. Oh, shit. I just read that situation wrong. Yeah, the berry that you get in farewell by, like, playing, like a god church. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's a bit... Fuck! I'm playing like a moron. Like some sort of idiot. Like some kind of fool. See, they literally, like... Stop being dumb. Sorry, this isn't very engaging commentary, is it? I hope Bando doesn't get disappointed when he watches the video and realizes that I said virtually nothing of substance. Well... Shit! I did it again! Yeah, I don't know, Celeste good, play it. The Theo Instagram account is fun. I appreciate just getting, like... Celeste has, like, very, like, humanly written characters. I think they're very entertaining. I did that part this time and then just died anyway. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's root this, okay? Or right. Do that, do that. Don't kill yourself. Oh my, nah, come on, that one wasn't fair. I was playing out my mind, I just was too far to the right. Okay, easy. This game is for fucking babies. That one was dumb. I don't know why I'm not using my dash. You literally regain it after this. After using a spring, rather. Oh, shit. I was supposed to have better reaction speed there. Y'all ever seen Sonic X? It's not very great. Y'all ever seen the Sonic movies? I also don't actually think they're super good. I don't know, they're too full of pop culture references and not like actual humor and writing. You're supposed to just... You dash left or neutral dash there? What do you do here? Am I a moron? Oh wait, no, I remember. Okay, well it should be that in theory. I think you're able to jump out of it and like hold back and it... No? Yeah, I found the theory. Oh. Shit. You can make that, of course you can make it. The game is designed around you making it. No, these blobs of goo are just fun though. I do think like... Nah, I don't actually. I was gonna do some like Celeste 2 talk, like, oh, the game mechanics of this could absolutely support a sequel. And they could. But also like...
Good morning, gamers.
Welcome back, Bando. I had a really, really hard time doing solo commentary there.
Don't worry, I'm back, so you don't have to worry anymore regarding any of this. Oh my god, this lizard weighs 95 grams.
Just like me. Fuck.
Josh, I highly doubt you wear 95 grams. I'm not gonna call you fat, but you don't wear 95 grams.
Okay, maybe not, Bando, but you didn't need to be such a, you know, piece of shit about it.
What do you mean? I literally said I'm not gonna call you fat.
Oh fuck, that happens? Okay. I'm on the B-side, by the way, I didn't beat the level. I got the B-side and then quit. And so far, it seems like it's working well. I spent a bit of time talking about how this level is kind of the difficulty spike.
Yeah, I definitely remember having a hard time with it.
Yeah, this B-side specifically is like kind of the first level where it's like, whoa, this is like pretty challenging.
It is a game for gamers only.
Yeah, shit. I don't think it's for gamers only though. I think like...
No, the game is for gamers only.
Particularly because... Nah, I mean like, let's go into options, right? And scroll down and fucking... Oh, never mind, they're not in here. But I think Celeste has like a good amount of like assist mode stuff to where if you... First of basically you have some degree to which you can fine-tune the difficulty so you can beat Celeste. I don't use those features because I'm a gamer, but like, I'm kidding, by the way, you can use accessibility features without losing gamer cred.
That's not true. If you're disabled, you're not a gamer, because gamers,
okay.
They hate minorities of any kind.
Well, damn. Fuck.
I'm
dumb.
right, you know.
You got me. But no, like...
Josh, what do you think the glowing through rainbow starry glue tastes like?
This good?
Yeah.
Probably pretty tasty, honestly. I've never thought about it, but...
Come on, Josh, if you're not thinking about putting any goop you see into your mouth, then what are you doing?
No, you're so right, actually. Can you go off screen here? No, that would be funny.
Yeah, this one is kind of musical. Come on, Josh.
What do you mean, come on?
There we go.
Also, it's musical.
Black Moonrise.
Yeah. Also a shonen thing, totally, you know? I use Black
It's like Black
Moonrise.
Clover Part 2.
I think it's more of like a, it's like a finishing move, you know?
Josh, did you see that when I typed in like stuff about gacha game today, YouTube thought that I was going to do the bad thing and gave me the prevent doing the bad thing hotline?
I think I maybe saw that. As a side note, yeah, I did unlock Chapter 3. So yeah, you don't need to be any A-sides ever.
A-sides are for nerds anyway.
True! This level's also quite hard. Or not the main level, but the B-side for it is one of the, like, You know, I don't know, actually. I think I'm saying, like, oh, these are the difficulty spike levels, but, like, not really. The game was, like, super, kind of really well balanced, like, you know, for anything, you know? All the levels, there's a good difficulty curve in Celeste. The main levels kind of progress in difficulty, the B-sides kind of progress in difficulty. They're a step up from the main levels in a way that's quite good. Do you need to... Oh, it's this one. Okay.
B-side is for gamers, C-side is for capital C gamers.
Bando, since you haven't done the C-sides, I guess you wouldn't know. Most of them are honestly easier than the B-sides. Because the thing about the C-sides is, like, the screens are technically harder in execution, right? But also, each C-side is only 3 screens. So, like, they're not really that daunting, I guess. You kind of just do a screen, and then you're already a third of the way done. And then you do another screen, and, like, it keeps going. Once I unlock the fucking B-side in this level, I might switch over to my main file and show you, like, a C-side. Just as a frame of reference for, like, oh, these aren't really that bad, actually. You know.
They're pretty bad, Josh, come on.
Nah, they're... Like, if you're good enough to unlock all the C-sides, you're honestly good enough to beat them all, as well. The B-side unlock is a little bit later in this level. Not much later, but like I actually kind of remember where it is to some degree. And then we will be able to quit and give that one a shot. Shit. It's easier when you're not being a moron.
Come on, Josh, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself.
That's one of the harder strawberries to get, by the way. Just because of some fuckery with, like, the dust clouds appearing. See, like, how do I get back over there, right? The answer was not that. Oh wait, no, I just have the strawberry now, you're right. I forgot how that works. I'm not, like, going for strawberries right away, Bando, but, like, if I have time to get one, then I feel like I just may as well.
You should.
I guess you need to get out of there with that strawberry. That's kind of cool. Oh. Easy.
Josh, can you just put like a fake gift code onto screen at some point during this video?
Probably. Like, what sort of gift code? What sort of fake gift code?
It's like a random string of numbers and things, and say it's a Muckcore redeem gift code.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Probably. I don't know how to edit videos yet. I just know how to press the record button in OBS, and then record a singular video, and then, you know, press the upload button on that. Come on, Osiro, start your cutscene, you fucking fat bastard. You piece of shit. Fucking hate Osiro, Bando. Osiro is nobody's favorite Celeste character, by the way.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah, she's a lame piece of garbage. I don't know why I'm pulling out all the Osiro hate all of a sudden.
There's never not a time to hate on him.
That's so real. I feel.
Josh, what's your favorite? We should make like a Muckcore gaming news website. It is actually 100% written by an AI.
Like, we could, but I don't know, man. It just sounds like it would be a bit that we would get bored of very quickly.
We would get bored probably on the day we make it. Like, we would do it once and then we would stop, never do it again.
Yeah, see, that sounds about right. Trying to remember now. You actually have to speak to the old fart. Oh, banger, by the way. Although I guess the music volume is like really quiet. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. Okay, see, there's the crystal heart. The crystal heart is a bit annoying to get. But the B-side...
Crystal Heart is the name of a magical girl.
Yeah, no, these are magical girl MacGuffins. Celeste is a magical girl game after all. How many normal girls can double jump? Fuck that, Strawberry. That one's annoying enough to where, like, nah. I'm just gonna leave it. I clearly changed my mind.
Gosh.
Changed my mind.
Awkward fell off. We forgot to put a birthday today.
Oh, it's because I had work. Sorry.
And Tegan is also working, and I was a lazy person.
Yeah. Well, Bando, what are our options?
I'm looking right now.
Nice.
First, I need to clean my Discord of pings.
Of course.
Alright, let's go to characters.
Thought the B-side wasn't just like in there.
And nobody. Today, nobody's birthday.
I mean, there might be some characters I recognize.
Nah, I don't think so. They're all guys.
I know some girls.
But yeah, I said they're all guys.
I meant to say I know some guys.
Wait, isn't that the guy that... No, wait, I shouldn't say that. I feel like I'm... No, wait. YouTube?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
One second. Ah, yeah, okay, I'm not racist. It's Song One Cho, which is the real name of ProZD. Famous YouTuber that Cora really likes.
Sweet. I think he got famous on Vine first, or TikTok, I don't know. I also might just be wrong.
He was always a YouTube guy.
I don't watch ProZD.
But yeah, he's also a voice actor, apparently.
Yeah, no, he's been one for a decent while, actually.
I wonder what... Is he like an English voice actor or a Korean voice actor?
He does do English dubs. There's a non-zero chance he's done Korean dubs, and I don't know about it. But he has
apparently he has the Hog from Odd Taxi.
Peak.
That's awesome.
I remember there was like a...
I was gonna voice one of the characters in Solo Leveling. He definitely is doing... Oh, that's awesome.
Huh. I wonder if... See, there was this, like, thing he posted on Twitter a while back, which was kind of illuminating, where he spoke about, like, applying to be... Or he was, like, doing some voice acting or whatever, and applied for, like, a couple different roles on whatever the project was. And the, like, voice studio fuck's sake, let me start again. He was applying, auditioning for some voice acting projects, right? He applied to be several members of the cast. But after they like turned him down and basically said, like, they kind of just made him voice... Let me start a third time. He was applying, or auditioning, for the roles of several different characters within a property. And the only roles that, like, the staff, you know, the audio directors gave back to him were for the Asian characters, even though he applied...
Oh yeah, I remember that! I remember.
Yeah, that took me a really long time to get out of my mouth, but you know what I'm talking about by now. That was a funny one. In a bad way. But hey.
Alright. It was a sad one, right? It's a sad thing to happen to someone.
Yes.
Very sad.
Where's the fucking B-side on this level? I'll find it. The fun thing about B-side run is, like, a lot of B-sides are late enough in levels to where it's like, what actually am I doing other than wasting my time, right? So I beat most of this level, then quit out, and just do, like, a harder version of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that goofy?
It's quite literally a challenge run, aka you're doing something pointless, or like on the, like, you're doing something quote-unquote pointless, but not actually pointless because video games are inherently pointless, so if you add an extra challenge that is, like, not, like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. People who say putting, like, extra challenges for a video game is, like, the stupidest thing, because playing a video game is something inherently pointless, so you, like, making an extra challenge out of it.
Yeah, make your own fun.
Adding just as much value as the game has by itself. You're just doing it for fun anyway, so... As long as you're not doing a challenge and being sad about it. I guess a lot of people make, like, challenge content. Probably, like, do challenges at some point just because they have to for their job, and then they probably aren't really fun anymore.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of a different thing.
It probably starts as the same thing, but then it becomes a different thing.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Everything becomes a nightmare when you make a living out of it.
Josh talking about how being a magical girl as a job would be terrible.
Magical girl in real life would suck ass. And you know this because if you watched Madoka Magica, you would know that magical girls actually, and it's just a bunch of stuff that's unique to Madoka, and not, like, inherently a staple of the genre in any way, shape, or form. That's the thing people do, Bando.
And being a magical girl would probably still suck.
I mean,
right? Like,
it depends on the magical girl that you are, right?
I mean, if you're not getting paid for it, Josh, that's like an extra job you're doing for free.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a job though, because are we a magical girl, or are we a magical girl, but also the monsters of, like, a given magical girl world appear, right? If I'm a Precure, do I have to fight Precure creatures, or do I just get to be a Precure now?
Obviously, Josh, come. Like, obviously those creatures have to exist, because the whole point of magical girls is that they have the powers to defeat us.
I didn't realize you get sent back all the way here.
Josh.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, sorry, I mean, that's not even true for Precure, by the way. There doesn't have to be monsters for them to work. Yeah,
they still always exist.
I mean, if they always exist, then yeah, being a magical girl would suck. But, that's only specific
I haven't
to
watched
Precure.
enough Precure, Josh.
No,
I don't know
you
whether
haven't.
they get their magical powers for the fun of it, or why they get the powers, and why they are the chosen ones, and other ones aren't. I don't know. I haven't seen Precure.
Yeah, you're right. B-side is...
Most magical girl shows very much follow the line of, there is something evil, and I will give you now the power to defeat that evil, and it's your job now.
Being a magical girl in Cardcaptor Sakura wouldn't be bad, like, at all. It would be awesome, actually.
Well, Sakura's a bit different. You just have to, like, search for the MacGuffins, right?
Yeah. The end.
I haven't asked someone this humble question for a while. I'm going to ask you, what magical girl would it suck to be the most in real life?
Oh, here's the fucking B-side. Sailor Moon magical girls don't necessarily have a specific reason that they need to exist. But it does suck for them. But that's more because of stuff that's, like, you know, again, not strictly inherent to being a magical girl by itself. To be fair, it would suck to be a Madoka magical girl, even if you think, like, oh, I could maybe game the system by doing, like, this thing, but, you know.
Josh, if you're trying to game the system, you're being annoying.
To be fair, like, if I am a Madoka magical girl, I already have, like, metagame knowledge by having seen Madoka, right? So in that regard, I would have a marginally easier time than those girls would. By the way, we're doing the B-side now. We unlocked it.
I'm so excited.
This music fucking rocks, by the way.
Also, Josh, trying to game the system is like I thought the whole point of the, like, genie tale of, like, the genie tale gives you wishes, but, like, if you keep wishing for more wishes, the genie just kills you. like I thought the whole point of that was to tell people that trying to game the system gets you killed.
I mean, the thing about Madoka is there's not really many examples of people gaming the system, so we can't really like reliably tell for that one, unless like
Madoka is not very good at like pointing this out anyway, because for 99% of the show, of original Madoka at least, they don't actually do their jobs. They just like get into like other drama. Like Kyoko shows up and then she stops doing her job.
Kyoko doesn't stop doing her job. She just doesn't like do it on screen anymore. But she specifically.
Hey, if it doesn't happen on screen, it didn't happen.
You're right. Yeah, sorry. Oh my god, I'm playing.
Madoka doesn't do anything during the show anyway, and then you have Sayaka does some stuff.
Yeah, Sayaka constantly does her job. She just does it in a way that is antithetical to her own continued survival and well-being.
The real story of Sayaka is that if someone is really annoying to you on public transport, you have the right to kill them.
Real.
That is what Sayaka's story actually was
about.
about.
I had no grip. There's this fun thing where a lot of people that watched Madoka and are actively brain dead and have no media literacy think that the show is misogynistic. And then the example they use is the conversation on the train, and it's supposed to be like the show is misogynistic because it wrote this dialogue exchange. But it's like, those characters get killed. They're not in the right. Also,
no, Josh, you don't
right.
understand. If you feature any person, if you anything you write in a show, you condone, which means
right.
that if your show has villains, that's because you're an evil human being.
You're right. As a small side note, those.
It also means that all fantasy racism writers actually are just racist themselves.
Real, honestly.
Which honestly, that one might actually be true.
As a small side note, though, the Madoka train thing specifically is funny because of the fact that we know that the like hardcore misogynistic conversation that got written into the show was like pulled from a thing that Urobuchi overheard on the train, like in real life, and he was like, "Whoa, that's like the worst thing I can imagine somebody saying." So then he turned those guys into villains in his fucking anime. You know?
No, Josh, you don't get it. What he actually did is he turned those guys into his own characters, where he condones every action.
You're right. God, there's this really old Tumblr post I saw that I like. I want to find so I can have the exact wording, because it drives me insane. But it's a post about how, like... what's the wording? It's something to do with, like, Madoka is so powerful that she broke out of her writer's own misogyny and gained sentience in the end of the show to become the goddess of all lesbians, even though the writer is like a complete homophobe and hates women's. And it's like, how bad faith do you have to be? Like, repeat that thing to yourself, and then say like...
It also, I'm sorry, right? Like, maybe it sounds really cool in your head, but like, you're just being like a psychopath, right? Like,
oh yeah,
no. The show was made by people. Every decision was approved by the guy. No, Madoka is not sentient.
The idea.
Your statement only makes sense in a world where you assume that the people who hear that believe that elves are real.
Yeah, the idea that like Gen Urobuchi wanted to write a piece about how much women and lesbians suck, and then accidentally wrote himself into a corner where women are like awesome and lesbians save the universe. Like how that's so dumb, right? How do you think that a person does that by accident? Ah, fuck, I was trying to write my story and I accidentally made it so that, like, Madoka is, like, cool and awesome and saves the day, even though I really wanted to show that, like, girls are dumb or something. I'm such a bad writer, you know?
Believe me, if someone wants to write a show where women are stupid and dumb, they will and can.
Yeah. That is not what Urobuchi was doing. I realize that we are, you know, effectively complaining about, like, phantoms, you know. I don't have this Tumblr post, and even if I did, who gives a shit? But, whatever.
The person who did that Tumblr post is probably watching, and if you're watching this right now, you'll be ready. Josh is gonna kill you in real life.
That's true. I think that same Tumblr, I don't know, there's like a pretty large subsection of like Western magical girl fandom that like only want magical girl shows that are kid friendly and like think Madoka ruined the genre, and they're like, magical girls have always historically been like X, you know? And then it's like, you show them Sailor Moon and they will just lie and say this doesn't like represent all, because Sailor Moon is dark, it has a caste wipe in the first season, you know? Sailor Moon, the character, is supposed to be, like, tragic. There is a point where Usagi, like, briefly loses her memories and is, like, a normal person again. And when she becomes Sailor Moon once more, she's, like, sad. Because it's like, oh man, this sucks. You know? And that's Sailor fucking Moon. That is, you know, the quintessential magical girl anime. And there are people that just will, like, deny that the show has any dark elements in order to support this narrative that, like, the only type of magical girl show that should exist is Precure. Bearing in mind, by the way, I love Precure. I just think, you know, magical girls are... Like, magical girl as a genre is kind of unhelpful, because all it actually is like a type of character, you know? The actual genre isn't really, like, clearly defined there. I have killed myself. So it's weird to me that people think, like, the magical girl genre has genre staples, when all it really has is, like, recurring motifs in terms of mostly aesthetic and some tropes. Some storytelling ideas will, like, pop up recurring or consistently. But, like, I don't know. The people that want magical girls to always be X are, like, weird to me. The idea of, like, watching Madoka and thinking this is, like, disgraceful to this genre is, like, fucking bizarre to me. That's all.
I love shadow boxing with people I've never heard about.
Me too,
I've never
me too.
engaged with magical girl fans, and all I can say is there's probably a good portion of them who are stupid, because most people are incredibly stupid.
Yeah, no, there are. There absolutely are.
Gosh, like,
Shit.
no, you see, I'm not magical girl phobic, but a lot of people are stupid, and they happen to be magical girl. You know? Like,
Well, don't worry, Bando, because it goes
it's not
that way
about the
for a
magical
lot of
girls,
things.
man. Yeah, it's not about the magical girl part. It's about the part where most people are stupid.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
most magical girl fans will be stupid because they are in fact people, and most people are stupid.
It's true. Again, that is just like most anime fandom to end, or not just most anime
Most
fandom.
people.
Yeah,
most
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Most human beings.
Yeah.
The amount of human beings I can find who I don't constantly disagree with because they're complete stacks of balls.
Yeah.
Very low, very low. The amount of times I see someone post something on the internet where I feel like you don't deserve to post anything ever again after saying that, very high.
Fair. This week's Kagurabachi chapter was so peak, guys.
Okay, Josh, the thing about Kagurabachi fans is like, they're just like annoying, but like, there's things that are a lot worse than being annoying.
Yeah, no, that's true, that's true. Oh, there he is.
That guy?
Yeah.
Nobody likes him.
That's true, we were talking about that earlier. Oshiro is the worst Celeste character. And
I mean, he's like literally supposed to be like that kind of guy.
annoying.
And I wasn't literally going for the word annoying there.
Oh, I thought that would be
But,
cool.
like, yeah, but you get it, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's not supposed to be a character you like.
Yeah. He comes back as a
quite literally
ghost
true.
in, like, the credits. Or not the credits, but, like, you know, once you beat the game, you get the image of everybody with, like, a strawberry pie according to how many strawberries you got. And he's there, but more out of obligation.
Is there any special image you get if you specifically collect 0 strawberries?
I can't remember, right? Because
I feel like 0 should be considered the same, like, it should be like a similar level of, like, an award as collecting all of them.
well, because, like, how am I wording this? I can't remember if it's like 0 by itself is a unique image, or if it's like, well, if you get 0 to like 10, you get a certain image, you know? Well, I played that like an idiot.
I think 0 should be like...
Basically, there are ranges. There's a special one if you get like all the strawberries that are technically available at that point. But I don't know if there's a special image for specifically 0 strawberries. I hope there is. I don't know. Just go look up Celeste all fucking strawberry result screen thing.
Josh, you're expecting me to do anything by myself and not just ask someone on the internet to do everything for me.
You're so right, Bando. Honestly, I'll do better next time. Whoa.
Wormsies.
Oh, come on. I want to get it the fun way. Boom. Easy.
The baby.
Fuck!
Oh, she's so cute.
More like da baby. Remember the baby?
Famous rapper?
Yeah. God, I remember somebody in Webcord asking to add like an I to baby emote. And we didn't do it.
They were so right.
Totalitarian bastards that we are.
They were right, you know.
Yeah, no, that's so right, actually. I can't believe we ignored that guy. Oh.
No, you...
Oh.
Oh, he's gone. Go on, Josh, first try.
Easy. Celeste is a game for babies.
It is a game for cringe, baby.
Good karma. And then, yeah. Now Chapter 4 is unlocked. I do think, like, playing the game like this is weird as fuck. Because if you do the B-sides, you also don't get to see all the cutscenes.
The cutscenes in Celeste suck anyway. Yeah, I get to make statements, like, just to annoy people with no basis on anything.
Let's do...
Okay, it's over. It's over. Boulder Skate fans, you are not allowed to like this game anymore because Discord posted about it.
Oh, I saw that tweet. Sucks, yeah. Okay, so
every time Discord posts about something, it's like, pack it up, boys. It's over.
So there you go. There's the first screen, by the way. Already, like, done. Fuck. Fuck. You know what? Honestly... that was the wrong button. I am going to get... That's not what I meant to do. Fuck's sake. Okay, no, we're gonna restart chapter. And I am going to go for the golden strawberry in this stage. Because I don't have it yet.
How do you get a golden strawberry?
Basically, once you've, like, I think beat the game, golden strawberries are available to get in every level. To get a golden strawberry, you have to beat the entire level deathless.
Josh.
Yeah?
We don't have all day.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, okay, I'll show you the fucking level then. We'll leave the golden strawberry till later.
Josh, you can do this golden strawberry in your own time, because we don't have forever.
I mean, it's a Mudcord YouTube video. We have as long as I want. You watched me do Dashless earlier, so you know.
Bro, Dashless and Deathless are so different.
This level has 3 screens, Bando, and when you saw me do this, I beat the first screen on the first try.
Yeah, they're large.
Get that screen too.
Alright, Josh. If you beat this screen, you can do gold strawberry.
Fuck.
Okay, yeah, you can get the golden strawberry if you beat the screen, Josh. Don't worry.
Shit. Okay, I did that wrong. I was supposed to hold up. Oh fuck, moronic. But no, like, I hope you get the general point of why I think C-sides are easier than B-sides. You know, I've died a couple times here, but I'm also 2/3 of the way through the stage. You know, it's not that hard to conceive of, like, getting a golden strawberry in these ones. Whereas the B-sides are just long enough to where it's like, you're just more likely to make an error statistically, you know?
I understand.
Yeah. I don't actually know, like, what the Celeste community thinks of as 100%, right? Because I technically have more than the listed amount of strawberries in the game, you know? Like, if a stage has 20 strawberries, and you get the golden strawberry, it will show on the stat screen as you having 21 out of 20 strawberries. I have every normal strawberry, plus even a couple extras, so, like, I've 100% completed the game.
No, Josh, that's not 100%.
I mean, Bando, Donkey Kong Country, fuck. That would have been it, actually. Donkey Kong Country 2 has like 106% or something. Some games just do that, you know? Like, you get 100% for
do it because doing 100% is not wacky enough.
Well, yeah, but Celeste could do that.
You do not get street cred for 100%.
I think you get street cred for 100%.
No, Josh, if your game has only 100% of the content, then your game is a little boring. You can add content post 100%. 200%.
200% is a bit much. I think at Hollow Knight, I'm at 111% out of 112%.
Yeah, you're probably one of those people who were like, who woke up today and were like, Silk Song, Silk Song, Silk Song, Silk Song.
No, that's Korra.
I don't even know where Korra was at, or where Korra woke up and was like, I hate life because I have to go to work now.
Korra posts more Silk Song stuff than I do, that's all I'm saying. Although Hollow Knight is in my favourites on Backlog, and I don't think it's in Korra's favourites, so maybe I'm, like, the bigger fan.
You probably are the big... I mean, who knows? You never know. Honestly, I feel like we, like, making, like, who is the bigger fan?
No, I know, I was saying that, like, not particularly seriously.
Actually, no.
I like Hollow Knight, and Korra likes Hollow Knight. Whoa, crazy. We both like a video game.
Constantly beat each other up over who is the biggest fan of X.
That's true, that's true.
Josh has had many battles with Jane over favorite of every magical girl category.
It's true.
You can decide by a game of chance. I'm sure you have the same chances.
Yeah, so that's a C-side. Not especially hard. Again, like, compared to a B-side, I died less there, just because they're shorter.
And yeah, that's how it works.
Let's try for Golden Strawberry one more time.
Alright, Josh, you have 3 deaths. If you die more than 3 times, you lose. No Golden Strawberry.
Sure. Oh, fuck. Okay, well that was death 1.
Alright, one down. Alright, Josh.
That was death 2.
One more.
Motherfucker!
Alright, Josh.
Yeah, no, the hardest C-side, by the way, is pretty...
The second someone tells you that you have only a certain amount of tries, you immediately start gobble something all over.
The hardest C-side is generally agreed to be the summit, by the way. Fuck.
Wait, the final stage? The hardest stage is the hardest stage of the hardest stage.
Dude, you'd be surprised. Let me fucking get this jump to work for a start.
I mean, honestly, not all games manage to get, like, the difficulty perfect. Like, there's something in the earlier portions that they underestimate in how difficult it is.
Yeah,
You would be surprised. Or maybe they miss, like, an exploit that makes, like, the ending super duper goober easy.
Okay. I'm having trouble getting out of this fucking pit. This is not the reason this level is hard, by the way. I'm just playing.
Hey Josh, how many games can you think about where the hardest level is not actually the final level?
Mario Odyssey?
Yeah. I feel like Mario games in general have that very often. The final level
Mario
of Mario
games and
games are
levels
rarely
try to do like
super
the
hard.
hardest level or the fight. Mario games recently do this thing where they add like a final bonus level that's supposed to be harder than every other level. But sometimes they just aren't. 3D World is a good example. The final level in that game is pretty tough, but the final, like, Star House is harder. There's these green star arenas where you just have to do like a bunch of micro challenges in a row. The final one of those is harder than the actual final level. Which is just kind of goofy a bit.
And if it's like supposed to be harder, I guess it's fine.
I don't actually think it's supposed to be harder. I think they just like played it a bit weirdly. Jeez, I am having a hard time with that one as well. Fuck. I think actually, by the way, this is the level that took me the longest in the entire game the first time around. Until Farewell, the DLC level. Free DLC level. It got added in a free update. I don't know if you're...
free update.
Yeah. I don't know if you're that likely to have given Farewell a shot.
No.
Okay.
Obviously, I wouldn't do it before.
Well, to put it into perspective, I think this level took me about 1,000 deaths on my first attempt. Actually, that might even not be correct. But it took me about 1,000 attempts and a little over, like, 2 hours, maybe. Farewell, I died 3,500 times, and it took me 8 non-stop hours to beat it. It was grueling. And I loved every fucking second of it. Not at the time. I was insanely frustrated and my fingers were sore. And I kept on pushing because I wanted to be able to say that I did it. And I did. So, you know what, good for me. That's my, like, all-time proudest gamer moments. A lot of people have beaten Farewell. There are a lot of people that are, like, really crazy gamers that have done Farewell Golden Strawberry. I don't think I'm ever going to be one of those people, but, you know, being able to say that I beat it is still enough for me. It's a really well-designed level as well, by the way. The sheer amount of just, like, fucking incredible... It turns into, like, a borderline puzzle platformer with some of the, like, sauce it asks you to do. This music is great, by the way. But yeah, this final screen, by the way, is of course what makes this specific seaside, like, one of the harder ones. You can see that once you start, you basically don't stop. Everything around me is death, and I don't have a moment to breathe. That was awesome. I'm glad Celeste... Fuck's sake. I'm glad Celeste has, like, respawn times as quick as it does. Yeah. The game will never ask you to beat the seasides, except, I think, to unlock Farewell, actually. But that's definitely for the best in terms of, like, difficulty balancing, you know? Asking the player to do these challenges before tackling Farewell is, like, completely fair enough. Bando, are you still here, by the way?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, no, that's fine. I wasn't, like, thinking you weren't listening, I was just wanting to make sure I wasn't, like, yeah. But yeah, you know, it's a fun level. Farewell is also a fun level. If you didn't... Actually, I lied. I think you technically don't need to do the seasides to unlock Farewell. In a very roundabout way, though. Because the way to do Farewell without having done the seasides involves, like, a pretty precise speedrunning trick that you're not going to do by accident, you know? So that's kind of how they balance it out. Technically, you can skip...
How do you skip?
Basically, the check to see if you've done all the seasides is this, like, massive pillar comes crashing down onto the ground that will not go away until you have, like, X amount of crystal hearts. If you have enough speed going in, which you can build up you can just run underneath the pillar before it lands on the ground, though. And building up that speed is hard and requires you to be pretty, like, acclimated with the game's speedrun tech. You will not do it by accident. This fucking analog stick sucks, by the way. And my D-pad is broken. So that's my current state of health. But yeah, that's how you skip the seaside thing. Of course, most people won't do that. They will have every seaside completed, they will have every B-side completed, they will have unlocked every crystal heart, and then they will go into farewell, and they will get to that point, and they'll be fine.
What is the Celeste person doing now?
Maddie is fucking... Hold on. Okay, they're working on another game, basically. They is in the entire team. I don't remember what it's called. I believe it's a Metroidvania, though. I think it got revealed at the Game Awards, by the way. Not like last night's Game Awards, but like a Game Awards, which is like pretty... That's some real well done stuff, you know? Yeah, it has a trailer. Koro will remember the title. I don't think it has a release window yet. But it looks pretty cool in the one trailer we've got. So there is actually a Celeste 2, by the way. It is not a sequel to this Celeste. It is a sequel to Celeste on the Pico 8, which, like...
Yeah, I remember, Celeste actually is an old-ass game, right?
Not an old-ass game. Like, it's... I think Celeste Pico 8 is from, like, 2015 or 16 or something?
Old-ass.
And then Celeste, this one is from
small.
2019. But no, Pico 8, if you're not aware, is like a fantasy console. So you just make up... Or there is just this made-up console with like made-up specs and a made-up color palette that people develop games for, using dev kits for the Pico 8. And Celeste was made in that.
Funny.
Or the first Celeste was made in that. That Celeste has a sequel.
This level doesn't seem like, yeah, I understand why we're having such hard times the first time you played this.
Yeah, I'm not that far off from beating it.
Alright, I'll be back in a second. I will grab water because I am dry.
No, that's okay. Yeah. I don't know, Mudcore viewers, if you guys would know about Celeste 2, because it's actually, like, surprisingly not that common knowledge. It has a different, like, gameplay mechanic to set it apart than dashing. You've got, like, a horizontal grappling hook as well. It's fun, actually. It's got a lot of just, like, good puzzle platforming stuff that they do with it. And also, I mean, it's a Pico 8 game. It's not very long. You can beat it in, like, half an hour, maybe. An hour tops, if you're not very good at it. So if you like Celeste and you're curious about, like, you know, extremely okay games and Maddie's company, then it's worth, you know, investigating that for yourself a little bit. Obviously, Celeste for the Pico 8 just is in Celeste proper anyway, like... it's honestly a pretty cool bonus that they just snuck that in the game there. That was actually my first exposure to the Pico 8, by the way. I think that's true for a couple people, to be fair. But no, it's a fascinating little thing. And the other thing about, like, fantasy consoles when combined with modern game dev knowledge is, like, there are a lot of people that are really good with, like, the hypothetical Pico 8 hardware. There are some really technically impressive games made for the Pico 8, and it's kind of awesome, you know? It's like when you see Game Boy Color games made in, like, the 2000s, and because the developers got, like, really good with the tech by that point. Shit. Sorry, I started focusing.
Hello, Josh.
Welcome back, Bando. I got pretty far. I was taking a minute to talk about Pico 8 games some more. Because, like, Bando, have you seen some, like, Game Boy Color games that came out after the 2000s? Like the first Shantae, for example. I'm not even
Pokemon Alpha. It didn't like the third generation of Pokemon come out after.
No, like Game Boy Color, not Advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Game Boy. Oh.
Yeah.
No. I don't remember. I remember.
Right. I mean, there aren't that many, although Shantae was one of them. To be fair, I use that as like an easy example because.
Has anyone ever played the original Shantae? I think most people just played like the newer ones.
I
like,
have.
This game's awesome.
I bought the original Shantae on like Switch.
Gosh, you were so close.
Yeah, no, I made it past that point a moment ago, by the way, while you weren't here. Which, like, is provable because this is a Mudcord YouTube video, thankfully. But no, like, I use Game Boy as an example, but more the general point is, like, late... Games that are released late in a console's life cycle are always fascinating when the developers have gotten, like, really good with the hardware. Like, late N64 games put, like, early N64 games to shame, you know? The types of stuff that was coming out on the PS1 towards the end of its life cycle is kind of crazy. And, with our, like, modern game knowledge and game design resources and stuff, something like the Pico 8, a lot of people have made a lot of games that are actually really technically impressive under, like, the system's limits, you know? And that, I think, is cool, because I think the Pico 8, like, it has, like, a number of kilobytes in, like, you know, storage space or something. I think you can only have, like, 10,000 lines of code max, which is, you know, fuck all. And I think it also only has 16 colors as well, or something like that. And people will just make games within those limitations that are, like, fucking really impressive and shit. That's one thing that I kind of... Not to be like a born in the wrong generation, or things were better back then.
Come on,
but
Josh, it is... Josh, you can't be saying these things.
I'm not. The angle I'm going for is it's really fascinating, like, looking back at older games and thinking about design things that happened because of lack of, like, memory, I guess, or like I worded.
Honestly, I will agree that to some degree, maybe we should reintroduce design memory limits, because the amount of games that come out like completely unoptimized garbage.
Yeah.
They're like 2 quintillion gigabytes because nothing is optimized well, and they don't care, just throw in every texture.
Yeah, no, it's
for
a
no
nightmare.
reason. Yeah, like maybe we could, to some degree, space limitation may be actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Because
it's not a space limitation, but
modern
like,
games are so big and so empty sometimes.
This is like an easy, kind of famous example, but like, the reason Mario has a hat is because hair was too hard to see. The reason he has a mustache is because a mouth looked stupid. And the reason he wears overalls is so you can tell his arms apart from his body. You know? Like, those are things that had to be made that way because of the limited color palette of the arcade cabinets they were working on, and the pixel size. You don't really get that anymore, you know?
I mean, that one is actually not that bad. I like having character designs.
Oh no, I know what you mean, but like, there's a lot of like little things like that that are kind of cool little stories of how games came together.
That's true.
The original, or Gen 1 of Pokemon has like a shit ton of stuff like that, actually. It's like...
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely.
They've developed a reputation for being,
most games,
like, buggy. And to be fair, they do have bugs, but, like, a lot of the bugs that they're famous for are stuff to do with, like, missing no. And it's you're not going to see that.
Gen 1 actually is messed up, man. Gen 1 actually is completely broken.
Bando...
You would say Scarlet Violet is broken, Gen 1 is actually completely messed up. Nothing works, actually, in this game.
Bando, if you are, like, a kid playing Pokemon for the first time ever, though, Are you going to see a
Well,
single
the difference
glitch?
is you don't have like anything to compare it to. When something in Pokemon like doesn't work properly, you'll think that's probably how it's supposed to be.
I mean, like, what glitches are you talking about, though, then?
Just about anything, Josh.
Like,
literally, most things don't work.
like,
You could start off by things like the type chart is literally programmed in wrong, where Ghost is supposed to be super effective against Psychic, but it's actually immune. And Bug and Poison are like strong against one another, even though that's not supposed to be the case. Things like that.
Was that not supposed to be the case back then? So I actually don't know that one myself.
It was not supposed to be the case. No, Josh, Psychic type was not supposed to be the first type with no weaknesses.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Plus, a trainer, I'm pretty sure, tells you that Ghost types are good against Psychic types.
Okay, fair enough. Right. A couple of things like that slip through the cracks.
When you get badges, your stats gets boosted, but every time your stats are recalculated by like stats downs, they reapply. So your stats just can go insanely high because of that. That also, they're definitely not. A lot of moves just don't work. Josh, remember how in Gen 1 criticals are super likely because the crit formula is wrong? So you get crits 4 times as much as you're supposed to, and if you use Focus Energy, which is supposed to give you that crit rate, it actually reverts your crit rate to what you're supposed to have.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, you know what?
Fundamentally, like, fundamental level things like that are completely broken. Like, so many things about, like, the basic game mechanics don't work.
That's fine, I'm being educated then. I still think, though, like, they are unbelievably impressive games in terms of, like, the Game Boy has, like, what, 4 kilobytes of RAM or something? And they managed to fit in the entire game within that thing, and there's, like, 150 uniquely sprited Pokemon. And the game doesn't have space for all of their sprite data, so they had to, like, make a formula to, like, load in Pokemon sprites by, like, combining tile sets and doing some, like, really fucky shit that is, like, insanely impressive. You know?
That's true. And to be fair, they had to also kind of other shit still. Like, there were a bunch of monsters that were supposed to be in Gen 1, but weren't. Because
well, yeah, but, like, you know, they still worked around limitations in a way that's really impressive.
When it comes to like this conversation, I feel like Gen 1 is not even like the thing you want to bring up.
Yeah, I mean, Gen 2 is a better example.
I don't really. I mean, to some degree, yeah. Like, especially Crystal is kind of impressive. Like, but I'm more like on the Gen 5 train. I think the Gen 5 Pokemon games are like the best DS games. Like, what they bring out of the DS is crazy.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's more crazy in terms of the fact that they like look very nice, but none of it's actually like hardware-wise too much for the DS to handle.
I mean,
the DS has like full-blown 3D platformers, you know, like Pokemon running in like a 3D environment with.
Okay, Josh, have you played Super Mario 64 DS before? That game looks like an N64 game.
It looks like an N64 game, yeah, but it's more high-poly. Honestly, what I mean, Bando, is like black and white, good as they may look, are not like pushing the DS. You know,
I think they push creative stuff a lot.
They push creative stuff, but like,
it's amazing. Everything is amazing.
None of it's like,
Gen 1, things like that I don't care about too much. It's like, back then when nobody had a clue what technology is like, you made something that was pretty cool for a time. It's like, it is something I'm just not too interested in because I don't live in the past.
No, I mean, I just think it's cool. I just think
Josh, are you the biggest hype man for a guy who, before the wheel was invented, was like, what if I, like, take the stone and they, like, just keep bashing it with other stones until it's, like, in a shape that is useful for me? No, I don't think you need to be a hype man for that guy.
I don't think so either. I just think, like...
Nah, Josh, you're being that guy. You're being the, holy shit, he bashed the stone until the stone was round.
Is it not cool when developers work within limitations and make stuff that's impressive anyway?
I mean, that's like, Josh, you're reading a Wikipedia article and you're wowing at a Wikipedia article.
I'm not! I know, I just...
No, I'm not saying you're literally doing it. I'm saying that is the equivalent of what you're doing.
Why?
It's cool that humans in the past were able to, like, do things that are, like, pretty...
It's not just that humans in the past did stuff that are pretty skilled for the time raids or something. It's just, like, it is fun to think of these consoles that we stereotypically think as not being particularly impressive and then seeing what can actually be done by them, by, like, experts within them. That's why the reason we're talking about this is because I brought up the Pico 8, a fantasy console. You know, that console doesn't exist. And it also doesn't remotely, like, subscribe to any modern design sensibilities. Because it has limitations, those limitations breed innovation within the Pico 8 development field. And that's how we get a bunch of, like, cool little itch.io projects and random indie games.
Things are cool. And to some degree, those things are also, like... And obviously, like, you're also working with, like, probably better understanding of code than people have in the past.
But you've also only got, like, a couple thousand lines of code, which is not a lot for a game.
Technically speaking, you could make a game that runs on the original Game Boy, right? Right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if like someone who really understands it, they could make a pretty crazy game for a Game Boy.
Yeah, I mean, people. That's why I brought up the first Shantae earlier, because that game looks crazy for a Game Boy game. That's my general point. For Shantae, by the way, it's best to look at it in motion. Even like the screen transitions have like shadow effects being cast on the characters. And it's not just shadow effects being cast on the characters, it's just Shantae's color palette like changing in real time as you like, you know, do door transitions. But that's kind of sick for the Game Boy, right?
How this game fit? That's a fair question.
I don't know, because the developers know what they're doing. Shit.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah,
shout out to
it is.
Shantae.
Way Forward, that's the company.
I will not actually shout out Shantae because it's also based on Orientalism, by the way.
Okay. Fuck.
I mean, I think that's a fair thing to say. It's like, oh, this game is cool, but also it's based on, like, what if a German person in 1999, like, heard about, like, from a Portuguese person about what Japan is like, and then made a game about that.
What? Bando, do you know what Shantae is?
It's based on, like, Orientalist stereotypes of, like, Middle Eastern cultures.
It has, like, a genie character, because genie characters are fun.
Gosh, that's, like, a thing to say. But, like... I feel like it bases the genie more on the genie from Aladdin than the real genies.
Yeah, and
it's not a feeling, right? Because it's like it's a reality. Okay. I mean, it's kind of like Root, right? Like take like any Japanese mythology figure, like completely perverted, done by like white people. You're like this, and then you make a thing about that.
By the way,
instead of the original thing.
That was the end of the level, by the way.
It was actually kind of anticlimactic for the ending, I gotta say.
I mean, normally you would beat it.
Yeah.
Look at that, by the way. 1 strawberry out of 0.
How did he do it?
Let's give this level a shot.
Yeah, that's it.
Farewell is fucking hard, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I like Shantae. I think it's fun. Fuck, wrong button.
It doesn't have to be that the game is bad or that it's not fun. It's just, you know, it is still based on, like, someone else's culture that you have perverted and they never actually wanted to learn about. I mean, then it's, like, fair to say that that's a bad thing, right?
Okay.
How is this, like, controversial?
I mean, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't know, man.
I just think that there are, like... When something is diluted enough, and there's enough...
No, you say that, but if you saw an insanely racist, like, Japanese people, buck teeth, wearing the funny hat, and someone was like, oh, this is really good, I'm gonna base my game around this, you would say, oh, maybe you should base your game on, like, real Japanese history.
It's not like that, it's more like basing a game around a ninja, you know? Just the pop culture idea of what a ninja is and what a ninja does. Nobody, like, thinks of that
That's, I think, a lot...
racist.
That's a lot closer to, like... That's still, like, a lot closer. It's not supposed to be, like, that bad. I mean... Josh, you don't get how bad Orientalism for the Middle East is. Like, the clothes Shantae wears... Nobody ever wore those. And also, you would die of heat stroke if you wore those for 2 seconds.
And the clothes that most fictional ninjas wear aren't worn by real-life ninjas either.
But wearing, like, black... It's so different to say, this person that actually would probably not wear, like, these exact garments were, like, generic black robes. That's so different than this specific like sexy outfit, which like was mostly stereotyped by like horny British people. Like Josh, these things are so different, right? Like you can't compare colonial history to like ninjas are cool.
I mean, to me, it's just like genies are cool. That's the thing. It's
I mean, genies are. Hey, I agree that genies are cool. I wish people, liked real genies to some degree as well, instead of just,
Yeah, I wish people liked real ninjas to some degree instead of just like.
Hey, now that's cap, Josh. Like
why?
Japanese media has them, right? Like they have like real.
So there's a lot of Western media that just knows.
To some degree, yeah. Sometimes, rarely.
Ninjas
Western
are
ninja
pretty
stuff
common,
is generally
man.
more. Western ninja stuff is definitely a lot less the like original like.
Also, just like
essentially just assassins.
most Western understanding of like Eastern martial arts is like of a similar ilk, kung fu, karate. We just like teach them in places here without like needing to know strictly what they like.
That's not true.
Oh, come on.
I mean, what I mean, like when you learn karate somewhere, I don't think it's generally like done by someone who doesn't have like the credentials for it.
They have the credentials by it for like. I mean, I shouldn't talk too much about that in as far as I don't really know a lot about karate or most.
They probably won't.
Arts.
They probably won't teach you maybe some of the more spiritual elements of it, but like the actual like forms, they will probably teach you like correctly.
I just like, I don't strictly know that like. I'm like distracted.
I'm pretty sure karate, like Western karate teachers are not known to be like frauds who don't know anything about karate and teach you actually random hack shit. Like I'm pretty sure they teach you the correct forms and shit. Maybe they will not be as knowledgeable about the villages aspects, because that's also like the realistic thing to say. A lot of like martial arts stuff is to some degree, obviously not about like being the perfect fighter. It is also like about a spiritual thing. You do these forms because it's good for your chi.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that these things are wrong, right? I'm just saying like not everything here is supposed to like a lot of like these martial arts are not just about the poses. It's about like Eastern philosophy. And if you don't know things, if they don't tell you about things like chi, then you probably won't understand it to the same degree that maybe like a karate teacher might tell you otherwise. Like a one. I don't know. Like I'm sure that it's like famous.
I mean, like neither
Chinese,
of us know.
They will also teach you those parts. At least I think that like in a karate school in the West, you might not hear that much about like the religious aspects of those martial arts stuff, but I'm pretty sure the forms will probably be correct, right?
Probably. I mean, again, that's one of those like. Evidently, neither of us actually know enough to where we should be using that one as much, if anything.
And I've done like kid karate lessons.
I mean, yeah, that's just.
They definitely didn't teach you any spiritual stuff, but I don't think it's like known. Like, I mean, I know a bunch of like other people that do martial arts stuff in the West, and I don't think they are disrespectful about it.
Well, yeah, but like,
or like they do it wrong. Like I feel like those, like especially like those kind of people, like for example, I know like a bunch of YouTubers and like artists and people who like do martial arts stuff, like karate and stuff, or judo and things like that. And I'm pretty sure that those like giant weeps would probably be offended if they like got like app lessons.
Probably. I don't
like
know.
they probably get like the correct lessons from like what to do. Maybe they don't get the religious lessons, but it's fine.
I mean, like I mean, I brought up ninjas. I brought up martial arts. People do the same thing with katanas, by the way. I think there is just like a degree to which.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, to be fair, like in Japan, the katana is like just the sword. So like when they do it, it's like okay, but like yeah, a lot of annoying Westerners fetishize the katana.
Yeah.
Which is sad, by the way, because there's a bunch of other cool weaponry.
Nobody talks about no dashi, and it's gonna drive me insane. I fucking love no
Josh,
Dashi.
nobody can. Josh, Dark Souls has them. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, that's good enough.
For example, like actually interestingly, Berserk has like a lot of Indian characters that to some degree are also like kind of racistly done, but they use a bunch of Indian weapons. That's cool.
Good on you, Berserk.
It's kind of sad because
Fuck.
and I sometimes get like that side of YouTube recommended to me, the weapon nerds, the guys who look at swords and are like, ooh. And those people also don't just like katanas. They also like talk about Indian weaponry and stuff like that, or Filipino. There's a lot of things in the world. It turns out it's not just katanas.
Yeah, I know. I do think though, that there's just a big degree to which a lot of media will oversimplify things and like oversimplify foreign cultural concepts.
I think oversimplifying is fine. The big problem that people generally point out for Middle Eastern stuff is it's based on Aladdin, which is literally like it's almost like blackface culturally. Like it's like complete perversion. Like there's like if you like you would be offended if you like saw it. A lot of people from that region are offended about like the way Aladdin like depicts them. And Josh, do we really have to talk about the fact that
I've not watched Aladdin, by the way.
In the middle of? I mean, okay, that maybe helps. Josh, like the main reason why so many white people think that the entire Middle East is just desert is because the movie Aladdin like shows a giant castle in the middle of the desert, which it's not where people live actually.
Yeah, right.
It turns out people don't actually live in the middle of the desert generally, because that's actually not a good place to live. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of accounts of like American soldiers during a certain thing that the USA did to Iraq, where they were like, "Holy shit, there's trees here."
Yeah, no, that doesn't just happen.
And I think that tells you.
we both know that happens with like Africa as well, in particular.
Yeah, obviously, but like, with Africa, I don't think most people think it's just desert.
No, I mean more like Africa's like poverty or whatever is the
Mr. Beast, we know him, Anyway, yeah, like that's what we're talking about mostly. Like Alden is known for being very, very, very offensive, very, very wrong. Like once again, the fact that people mix the Middle East with India is like pretending that Greece and France are the same thing and there's no difference.
Right. Oh wait, no, I need to take him with me.
Actually, no, wait, I did the calculations. It's more offensive. It's way further away.
Right. For what it's worth, though, actually, on that subject, people also like completely misrepresent lots of like Greek stuff in history and Roman stuff in history, and just like appropriate it for the sake of presenting like fun, family-friendly, like fictionalized narratives and stuff. You know, that's just.
You can like pick something from. Hey, you can pick things from like Greek mythology without like completely like changing it to like a degree where it's not the same thing anymore. I think there's a difference between being inspired and. The other thing about Aladdin is I'm pretty sure that people like didn't go there, right? That's another thing. Like they listened to
would not know.
Like, colonial reports, and they were like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, no idea from me.
Presumably didn't go there because if they went to any city in the Middle East, they probably would have seen that there were trees, in fact, and it was not in the middle of the desert.
Right. I mean, cool. I just think there is a pop culture idea of genies that Shantae
which is mostly from Aladdin because people have never heard of
Aladdin, and that's that is what
Josh,
it is.
Josh, if people like learned about black culture only from old Disney movies, would you say that's okay? No, they were incredibly racist.
Like I don't disagree. Although like,
I don't see how it's controversial to say it's kind of sad that this like concept, what essentially is, which I mean, genies are just like spirits in like Middle Eastern cultures.
Yeah.
Like, basically, it's kind of sad that like when people hear the word genie, they immediately assume Aladdin, which is like a perversion of it that has nothing to do with the original thing in the slightest. Outside of like maybe the design to some degree, but obviously like I don't think it's controversial. I think you'll understand probably from me saying that a genie is just like a spirit in the Middle East. That they actually come in all different kinds of forms and shapes.
But yeah, that one's bad. Don't worry, I can follow you on that front. You know.
Also, Shantae obviously wears like the Middle Eastern clothes thing as well, which is another thing that people do a lot. That gets criticized. The incredibly sexualized clothes that nobody actually wears. The dancer clothing. Comes mostly because Middle Eastern, like British people, very horny, and thus they reported things like that mostly.
Right.
Then that's the thing. Like a lot of these things are like based on like people, like first-hand accounts of people who went there and were incredibly racist when they were there. That's why probably, like in general, it would be good to just completely bury those things and like maybe if you want to base your things on like a culture, you kind of have like the obligation to fact check or maybe engage with the actual people from there.
Got it. I like Shantae.
I mean, Josh, nobody says that if you like Shantae, you're like an evil racist that needs to be like killed. It's like it's fair to recognize that some things you like may be based on like problematic things.
Yes.
I'm sure the people who made Shantae didn't do it because they're like incredibly like frothing from their mouth racist. They just didn't know better.
They were frothing from their mouth horny.
Which is not good either.
I think you're allowed to be horny as a developer. People make
think you're
sexy
allowed to be
ninja
horny.
outfits, Bando.
I mean, yeah.
Sexy outfits from other cultures. That one's definitely just a thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to some degree, it's like Josh. If you talk to like feminist game reviewer person, they'll immediately also like hit you with the. Now we gotta talk about this more than just 2 sentences. Like there a lot of things come in here. Like obviously, it's heavy sexualized clothing mostly just for women. Then it's like when it comes with these clothes for like foreign cultures, it's generally like a perversion of that, like not actually how it would be. And outside of that, it comes like from really horny colonial times, which were like unconsensual often as well. Like there's a lot of very bad history here, which obviously important to like talk about maybe on like an academic level, maybe at least.
Yeah, no, I think that was
I really
a
like
bit
this
above...
mushroom thing, by the way.
Oh, it's great, right? I think it's more of a jellyfish.
Hey, it's probably a jellyfish, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that all the case? No. Fuck, where's the other one?
I like it, it's very cute.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, some things may be based on problematic things, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, for what's worth...
As long as it's not delicious.
Yeah.
And maybe one should try to, be more understanding in the future.
I suppose, yeah.
At least if Shantae was like in the far past, I think at least I have been very vocal about how Genshin Impact does the same things that Shantae does, but like 25 years later, and I think actually in 2022 it's not okay anymore to present the Middle East as a unified culture with India together, and also it's all desert, and also women be wearing those kind of clothes and get horny over it.
In the case of Genshin, all women be wearing those sorts of clothes regardless of region.
That's not true. Like, Josh, that's just a lie.
Character design questions.
Yeah, Josh, by far the most revealing clothing is for her.
I wouldn't know, honestly.
But it's based on Josh, it's just a Shantae clothing, right? Basically, it's basically that.
Wait, hold on. I fucked up. Not that I know how to do that other thing anyway. Music of all time, by the way.
And Josh, it's not like that hard to understand, right? Like, you know what Shantae wears? If
yes.
you look at like the Genshin Impact character, you probably wear more clothes than Shantae.
Hold on, what's her name? Also, what am I tapping? What was her name, sorry?
I think her name is Nilu.
Okay. This one. Is that the least clothes a character in Genshin wears? There's no way.
I'm pretty certain. I mean, she's like not wearing a lot.
In like...
She's wearing like a big skirt, arguably, even though it's more like a skirt with a bunch of like extra things on, and then she's wearing a bra, basically.
She's more decorated than you're remembering, actually.
And obviously she's decorated, but like she's not wearing a lot of clothes. And look up like if you, I don't know, just look
I'm
up
seeing
Genshin
her
Impact in
official
general,
art,
you'll
and I'm
probably see one
seeing
of
her in
characters.
like gameplay Bando. I've got that.
Yeah, and just look up Genshin Impact and look at the character designs. You'll probably see that most our characters are wearing a lot more clothes than her. And also another important thing to point out: she's supposed to be from the Middle East, but yet there's no person on Earth who's whiter than her.
That's just Genshin for you.
I mean,
not in a
yeah.
good way, by the way.
I mean, Genshin has dark-skinned characters. It's even from the region, but those are more like based on like.
To be fair, she's wearing like more
Egypt.
clothes than some characters, but like I'd still look at like. Is her name Mona? The one with the ass that everyone likes?
And she technically wears clothes.
She technically wears clothes. She feels more sexualized though.
I mean, that's like. At that point, we were coming to like the point of, is it more sexualized to wear weird tights, or is it more sexualized to be wearing a bikini on like racist stereotypes?
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know, man. Video games.
Also, by the way, guys, before you do, Genshin fans, we're not hating on your game in the sense that everything about it is the worst thing ever. But I think it's fair. Sometimes you're allowed to criticize the fact that maybe if you want to base things on a certain culture, you probably should base things on actually the culture and not like a racist interpretation.
Shouts to Sonic and the Secret Rings for making their genie character, like darker skinned.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess Genshin also does the thing where like Egypt is only ancient Egypt, which is obviously always sad. Because I mean, it's kind of sad that there's a country with like 100-something million people that everyone is like, you don't actually exist. Only like the version of this country from like hundreds and like thousands of years ago is real. That's like pretending modern Italians don't exist. Only Romans exist. But like more extreme actually, because Egyptians are actually kind of way older than Romans. Way older.
For what's worth, by the way, like I say this as obviously a member of a white culture, but like I'm Scottish. I am used to a depiction of Scottish people in media.
It is a bit maybe wrong.
Yeah. That does not reflect the Scottish experience as most Scottish people actually are. So I suppose I get it. I can't fucking remember. Oh wait, no, I think I do actually.
Gosh, I think the difference here is, you say most. I mean, I don't think there's a single pharaoh in Egypt anymore, and
that's true.
I don't think they worship Anubis. Like, remember the difference here is that they were talking about in Egypt from like 10,000 years ago.
No, I know. That's more like a point that kind of applies to aspects of the whole conversation, not necessarily like the Egypt.
Remember, all of ancient Egypt happened before the Bible.
It's true. Okay, no, I remember what to do vaguely. I shouldn't have fucking. This level's gonna take me hours, by the way.
Yeah.
That's fine. Long Mudcore video. Fuck, that wasn't it either. If I get to a point that like makes me give up, because there is a certain screen that I remember being the hardest one, I will just stop the level and then go skip to the last screen by itself and just do that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because it's more interesting.
Oh yeah. By the way, to some degree, I guess the entire thing we discussed about also comes down to like. It kind of highlights how the fantasy racism thing is stupid, because there's so much real racism, you don't need to like hide it behind that.
Yeah, no, I mean, the other thing about fantasy racism is it always tries to justify itself, right? You know, it's always like, oh, this race actually is like different in a way, which is
different with a capital D.
Yeah, exactly, and it's dumb. It's really dumb. The end.
Yeah. fantasy racism always just ends up being, but what if racists were right?
Yeah, no, it's
You know what? If racists were factually correct instead of just morally wrong, they would still be wrong because it's morally apprehensible, even if they were factually correct, which they are not.
Yeah.
And writing fiction about what if racists were actually right about what they say is kind of rough.
Yeah, no, it reflects interestingly on your character if you write something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck! Sorry, this level's hard.
That's fine, Josh. It's fine. You were having this conversation while playing a hard level.
I'm not just playing a hard level, I'm playing the hard level.
Yeah, Josh, I can tell you something about Reverse 1999.
Go for it.
Because every time a certain thing, their fantasy racism is mentioned, I always like think, oh, this is so stupid. Because in Reverse 1999, there's like massive racism between Arcanists and humans, which are not the same thing apparently. And Arcanists are basically just mages, you know? Like,
Right.
all the main characters are they who have cool magical powers. They're Arcanists. And the most noticeable, the difference between Arcanists and humans is, obviously they can cast magic, but they look exactly the same. So
Yeah.
it's like, one thing I never understand is, like, unless an Arcanist told you that they're an Arcanist, you wouldn't know. But there still is this, like, extreme, rigid racism in
That's
this
one of those
universe.
things that, like, Harry Potter does as well with fucking muggles or whatever. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's very strange.
I actually
How
think, in the context of a fictional universe, it is believable that people that use magic might discriminate on people that don't use magic.
Oh, no. In Reverse 1999 is mostly the other way around.
Okay.
Humans discriminate against the magic users.
Right, yeah, that's weird. It almost seems like you would want to do that as, like, a classist narrative, you know, where, like, the fucking mages of whatever description they're called, Arcanists, yes, would, like, shit on non-magic users, so, like, I'm better than you. But I guess...
I think
I'm sure some characters do that.
I think the bad organization of the game is supposed to be that. I don't remember because we haven't seen that much of them so far, besides them being, like, personally evil to the main character.
Right.
But I think they're supposed to be like a Arcanists be free.
Yeah.
And technically speaking, the game doesn't, like, consider them, like, the only bad guys. The guys on your side are also supposed to be bad, and they're like the government. They're quite literally modeled after the U.S. government.
Nice.
And they're like organization run by humans and Arcanists. I think mostly humans, but also Arcanists. And then supposed to be like the guys who put limitations on Arcanists,
Yeah.
so they can't go wild.
Ooh.
The guys who regulate Arcanists and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Josh, how do you do that?
What?
How do you get up there?
I'm trying to figure out. Like, I know if I beat this level today, by the way, this will, I think, be my 4th time beating Farewell. Like, it's not like I, haven't done this before. But, like...
You just need momentum?
Yeah, I guess. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what...
Sorry, sometimes with Celeste, it's like, you're doing the same thing over and over again, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, no. It can feel like that. I actually think it's just because the platforming is, like, less rigid than it looks like it would be. Oh, damn it. I'll get it this time. How about that?
I think this game just has a lot more momentum than you think it has.
No, yeah,
everything
I mean,
is
yeah,
incredibly
that's, like,
momentum.
completely it, to be fair. I lied. It was not this time. Celeste, like... I mean, you can build up speed. Most casuals are not ever going to experience the sensation of actually building up speed. Including me, by the way. Like, it takes some hella execution. But, like, Celeste is designed like that. Shit, man.
That one felt close. That one felt close.
Yeah. I'll get there.
You did it before, Josh. Come on.
Yeah. Speaking of being Scottish, a Highland song came out. That's an indie game made by Scottish devs about Scotland, and so I want to play it because.
Is it a good represent? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the point is to play it and
I
figure
immediately
out.
shot it out.
Yeah.
I immediately shot the question that cannot be answered until you actually played the game.
For what it's worth, it is made by Scottish people. A Scottish indie team making a game set in Scotland. Yeah, I know. Technically, it can be.
It doesn't mean
bad
it,
representation
but,
still.
it should be. Like, there's no way that a Scottish indie team making a game out of Scotland has not done their research about this.
Yeah.
It can happen, like it physically can happen, but it would make no sense. Like, no way. I mean, you're an indie dev.
Just missed this one completely. Yeah. I feel like it's. If you're a part of a country, the idea of doing bad representation of your own country is, like, weird insofar as, like, how. I mean, I don't know. Representation is a weird concept, obviously, insofar as, like, everybody is different and everybody within a country is different. I have, like, relevant cultural experiences thanks to being Scottish. But they don't reflect everybody. You know? Easy stereotype. I've never had haggis. Okay, there we go.
I mean, in that case, you probably wouldn't be the person to, write something, make a game about Scotland that includes haggis stuff.
Yeah.
In that case, it would be bad representation if you think it.
Although it can be good representation because I, like, understand, like, haggis. You know, what it is, how it's prepared, what culturally it's supposed to be. When you're supposed to...
You know how to prepare haggis?
Okay, not in, like, I could go in a kitchen and prepare it. I just know, like, the general... This is what you make haggis.
When you said you haven't even, like, tasted haggis, I thought, like, you were, like, completely clueless on the haggis.
No, I mean, like, it's sheep's, I think, stomach. And you know...
How often does the household of Setsuna Simp have haggis?
I think basically never. It's like a...
When your mom and dad are fake Scots.
Well, because, you know, it's kind of just that you, like, have it... Oops. Nah, that would have been saucy. Haggis, I think, is generally for, like, celebrations. And it also depends, like...
Josh, what you just said is that your family never celebrates anything.
Yeah, you got me. Some of those celebrations are, like, more Scottish. Scotland has, like Robert Burns Night, you know, a night celebrating Robert Burns. Actually, it's just called
Who's
Burns
Robert
Night.
Burns?
He was a poet, don't worry about it. I don't actually...
Did he rock? Did he do the fire writing emoji?
Probably. I don't actually... I'm realizing I don't really know what's particularly, like, special about him in hindsight. That's definitely a fail Scottish moment of me.
Yeah, come on, Josh.
Sorry.
I thought like there's a lot of people these days that don't know anything about, like, their country literature. You know,
yeah, like,
special.
I got taught about him in primary school, and we did, like, some of his poems and stuff. I just...
To some degree, it's also, like, a failure on the, like, education system. Bad.
I mean, no, if I get taught about him and I forget, then that's kind of just on me. I feel like that is the case anyway. Ah, fuck, that was it. Pardon me. Yeah, Bando, check your pings.
I did.
Sweet. I just thought you should know because, you know, I heard it.
Yeah, Josh, don't make me feel too rough about it.
Sorry. This one's annoying. What are you supposed to... Oh wait, no, I remember. Okay. Then it comes down here, and then you bounce him.
Yes, this has been a very philosophical conversation. We've covered all the topics. So we don't get demonetized for talking about heavy things such as haggis.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's got like sheep's guts in it and stuff. Like, ew, that's gross. Hopefully they... Oh, clutch god, holy shit.
Well, Josh, I don't... Like, obviously haggis doesn't sound something, like, that I would necessarily eat. Looks kind of weird sometimes when I see pictures of it. But, I mean, don't worry, I'm not, like, super mega... I'm not the pastiest person to have ever lived. I have eaten the insides of a creature before and thought they were actually pretty tasty.
Yeah, no, I mean... To be fair, everybody that talks about haggis makes it sound gross on purpose.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just because you're supposed
also,
to, you know?
When it comes to haggis, it's like, people say... Like, for example, there's, and there's actually, like the Nordic countries actually eat, like, rotten fish to some degree. Like, they actually, like, fermented, but, like, it's, like, pretty bad. Like, fish. Like, moldy fish.
Yeah, no, people eat weird shit all the time. Okay, I'm supposed to fucking throw that quicker.
I think most people have eaten, like, the moldy fish. I think it's a big thing, like, especially for, like, YouTube people to, like, eat the moldy fish on camera.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
I think every time I saw someone do it, like, the reaction was, this is, like, the most disgusting I've ever eaten.
As a side note, I fully just remembered that, like, I obviously can't quite, like, compare the damages, I guess, because I have not seen Aladdin, and I don't know a lot about Middle Eastern culture, but there is a Disney equivalent for like, Scotland. Brave is a movie that exists, which serves to just kind of not really represent Scottish culture in a particularly meaningful fashion.
I didn't know everyone knows about Scotland. I always thought that, like, a red-haired girl was supposed to be like Robin Hood. No,
she's Scottish. They are Scottish in the movie. I think they're played by Scottish actors as well, to be fair, which is good. They do, like, a fine enough job.
Josh, do you think Braveheart is a good representation of Scottish people?
I actually haven't seen that movie from start to end.
Come on, Josh.
I will say that they probably could have got a Scottish actor to play the Scottish character, or at least somebody that could do a better Scottish accent than, whatever his name is. Like... I don't think Shrek is very good like Scottish rep, but Michael Myers does a better fucking...
Michael Myers?
Mike Myers, whatever. I mean, his name is... Mike is short for Michael. His name is Michael.
Nah, you can't call him Michael Myers, come on.
Sorry, my buddy Mike. My buddy Mike does a better Scottish accent
Michael
than,
Myers is specific. Josh, Michael Myers is a famous character. That's like calling someone Jason Voorhees.
My buddy Mike, whom I know in real life.
Your personal friend, Mike.
Yeah. He does a better Scottish accent than the guy that plays Thingy Fuck. If you want really crazy Scottish representation, watch the movie Highlander. It's a very camp 80s action movie franchise where they get a French actor to play the Scottish character and a Scottish actor to play a Spanish character.
Awesome.
And none of them do good accents. Also, the Scottish actor is Sean Connery.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When you say Scottish actor without mentioning Sean Connery, that makes it actually way better.
Yeah, no, I think it was worth, like, establishing the scene and then making it even fucking funnier with the epic reveal. Fuck, that bit's annoying. I feel like it took me a while to get that the first time around as well. Shit.
What is this creature?
The jellyfish? It's just a jellyfish.
No. They never revealed what this creature is in this video.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. Don't die. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Brave is a great depiction of Scotland. However, for what it's worth, to give credit where it's due, or maybe isn't due, Brave does pull some of my... Oh, by the way, Bando, this is the heart thing. Yeah. Hypothetically, if I was fast enough, I could have zoomed underneath that, and I wouldn't have even had to do the check. Thankfully, I do actually have all the hearts I need, so I can, you know, get past. Yeah. I think there are aspects of Brave which are based in Scottish history and folklore that I am less familiar with. So it could be a case of like, oh, if I was actually a little bit better researched, then maybe the movie is like loosely faithful to some fun Scottish things. But I fully don't know that one quite as well. For what it's worth, in Wreck-It Ralph 2, right, which is not a movie I've seen.
I always like when a sentence is like so good. Like we're talking about Scottish conversation. So anyway, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Well, because Wreck-It Ralph 2 like has a scene with the fucking Disney princesses or whatever all having a conversation, and there's a bit where they get oh fuck, Bando, this fucking song by the way, fucking no, turning this shit up. Wreck-It Ralph 2 has a scene where all the Disney princesses like get together and chat, and the bitch from Tangled, nope, the bitch from what movie am I talking about, Bando? Brave. The bitch from Brave says, she like gives her plot explanation in like a thick Scottish accent, and then every other character is just like, did you understand a word of that? And then they just say, just ignore her, and it's like played for jokes, you know, like haha Scottish accents, am I right? And you know, I am Scottish. I know exactly what she said. I understood it on the first try. But yeah, I can't...
The joke doesn't work for Josh.
No. Well, it does, and it's just making fun of me. That's the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like obviously it's not like a kind joke to say, just ignore her. She's speaking as stupid.
No, it's not.
There's kind ways of making jokes, and then there's unkind ways of making jokes. That's an unkind way of making a joke.
Yeah. Ah, shit. This is another one of the, like, actually quite hard screens. Shit! I had too much momentum going into that. Fuck! I fucking love this song, though. Oh, lol. By the way, Bando, I think the speedrun for this level is like 20 or 25 minutes or something, which is long as fuck, actually. Shit.
Is it because they're bad, or is that actually the optimal time?
That is pretty much the optimal time. This level's just long.
It is called Bye Bye, after all.
It's true. Okay, I got past that screen easier than I did on the last time I did it. Shit. It's fucking background as well, by the way, which you can't probably fully appreciate through my Discord stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's... I mean, I can't even really, like, speak meaningfully on the experience of German representation within cinema.
No, I don't care. Representation, it's not good. It is...
Shocker.
German movies are shit anyway, so I will not, like, cry about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like... There's a lot of storytelling tropes, or character archetypes that are, like, contingent on funny German accents, you know? The classical mad scientist, for example. People just do that shit, huh?
I love how like I think people at some point like forgot that the point of the mad scientist German accent was supposed to be like he's a Nazi scientist, but like that doesn't come through anymore.
Well, yeah.
It's like it just the German accent means that he's the crazy scientist, but It was originally, I'm pretty sure, supposed to be like a commentary on like all the Nazi scientists who went to the West after World War II.
Yeah,
But the messaging is not these days. It's just, haha, it wouldn't be funny if the scientist guy had a German accent.
I mean, that's just another one of those things that gets, like, diluted and lost in translation over the year, you know? At first you're mocking the Nazi scientist, but then later you're just kind of mocking... How do I do this bit again?
I don't know if he's mocking at this point.
I mean, yeah.
It's like the German scientist thing. I think it's not even supposed to be mockery. It's supposed to be, it's like kind of a meme, right?
I guess.
It's like you point at the thing that you recognize and you're like, it's funny because I recognize it.
Yeah. But then the other ones just get based off of, seeing it elsewhere, basically. How do I Wait, hold on. No, that's definitely not it, right? No, there's no... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm... half remembering how I need to do this? Vaguely, maybe?
Bro... You ever just read something and you're like, damn, another L for humanity.
Oh, what happened this time?
No, this one is like too serious for the Muckroyd video, we can't have it.
Oh, okay. But it might be funny.
Let me just say, if your country is... if you're thinking about a country whose, like, commonly used name is 2 letters, and one of the letters, the first one is a U, then, maybe you should, like, maybe you should, be angry right now.
I see. Well then. I can't fucking remember how to do this goddamn screen.
Actually, Josh, I can send you it in DM, so you're not clueless, right?
Sure.
I think it would be kind of rude for you to remain clueless.
No, that's okay.
It's not going in the video because Muckroyd hates politics.
It's true. YouTube will demonetize us again. How long is this fucking video, by the way? I feel like now that I'm just genuinely playing for a while, it's just gonna go on for a while. Man.
As I said, if your country is commonly referred to by 2 letters and the first one is a U, you should be very angry right now.
Yeah, we're really refusing to let the world get better, huh? Or learn from our history, or from our modern day, or really doing anything that would benefit anyone in any way, shape, or form.
We refuse to use our eyeballs.
Yeah,
I think
it's really awesome that, like, the reason you learn history in school is so you can, like, you know, learn the signs, you know? If it's happening again, you can, like, you know, try to maybe be like, hey, wait a minute, didn't we do this before with, you know...
You're supposed to learn from history, but I think a lot of people, especially the ones that are wearing suits, they must have missed all the history classes, because it doesn't feel like they have learned anything from history.
Yeah, good shit, world. I'm really proud of us. We're doing good.
Honestly, to some degree, the K is kind of worse than the S because, you know, you don't even have the nuts. You don't even have the guts to do it, right? You're trying to be a Weasley, slimy person about it.
Yeah.
Like, either just admit that you're awful, or don't. Don't weasel your way out of this situation. We all know what you actually think.
I'm checking how you do this screen.
It's okay, Josh.
I just can't
Celeste is a hard
remember.
game. It's a hard game for gamers.
What the? I definitely wrote Farewell Celeste. Why is Farewell M&M up there? Let me turn the audio off on my laptop before. get jump scared. What screen am I on? Oh man. So I'm realizing like how... You know, Bando, I actually think we're gonna beat Farewell today. Because I just remembered, or rather I'm watching this video that's gonna show me how to do this screen. This video is less than halfway through. Oh. Okay, I just had to save my dash, I guess. Well, that's way easier. Okay, well, I need to make the jump now. But yeah, no, this level, it's long as fuck, and I forgot how long it was. So we are probably gonna... You know, yeah, let's go to options, let's turn up there my music a bit again. Let's just return to map.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Yeah, let's just do the final screen. This screen, Farewell, is like...
Oh my god, that was the evil one.
Yeah, that was battling.
That was trans people when they're not nice.
Real. Although by this point she's like your friend. You've kind of, you know, had a whole character arc.
The messaging of Celeste is actually that you should not stop being friends with toxic people. They're actually good for you, and you need them in your life.
To be clear, the Madeline is herself. It's just like, you know, her inner demons and shit, and the whole thing is just like, you know, make some degree of peace with them and don't let them like hold you back or whatever. Obviously the literal depiction is a bit different.
Nah, I should agree. The messaging of Celeste is actually, you could be friends with your inner evil racist self.
Where did racist come from?
I mean, I think it's like a fair... if you want to make a character evil, you make a racist, right?
She's not supposed to be evil.
I don't know, Josh. Have you seen her color palette?
You know, you're right. Yeah, my bad. She's just supposed to be, you know, self-dire and shit.
She is helping you out, though, now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on. Fuck! Moronic play from me there.
That was so close, Josh. That felt so good until then. Until that moment, I was so on Team Josh, but now I'm on Team... Oh.
Don't worry, okay, well I fucked it up. Can I salvage this? Oh wait, I can. Okay, wait, never mind. What? Ah, fuck. I was playing out of my mind for a minute there. The thing about this screen, Bando, is you might have noticed that this was like, on the map select screen. Actually, let's just fucking go back. Effectively, right? These are all the chunks that Farewell is split into. This final one, this final entire chunk, most of these chunks have like, you know, 6, 7, maybe a dozen screens each. This final chunk, one screen. One singular screen. And it is the longest screen in the game. And if you die at any point, you are sent to the beginning of this screen.
That's supposed to be arc.
Yeah, no it is. This bit, I think, took me, like, upwards of 4 hours, actually.
Hey, this time you didn't take the guy with you.
Yeah, no, I dropped him by accident like an idiot.
Can you do it without him?
No. Well, maybe if you do some... If you do some crazy task shit, then maybe. But, like, as far as I know...
What does the guy represent in Celeste's mind?
Jellyfish.
What?
That's what they represent.
Yeah.
And then I've got jellyfish in my brain.
I feel like jellyfish on brain is not a good idea.
That's fine, just pee on it, it'll be okay.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, even if it's in your brain.
Oh no, jelly friend got electrocuted. This
shit!
Oh, that was almost so sick, Josh.
It was just... I was just cutting it a bit close, that's all. I gotta say though, like... The mechanics at this point in the game are so, like... I just dropped him like a moron. Like, comparing Celeste 1A to, like, Celeste this is, like... It's night and day in, like, a really good fucking way, where you've become so, like, intricately familiar with how the game works. It's great. Also, the way your dash momentum goes into the jellyfish is awesome. The jellyfish are fucking fantastic. You can make a game out of these guys. Still be an idiot like I am. As a side note, it's not really something that I've, like, specifically alluded to in the recording, but every time I pause, there's a mod options thing. And I also, like, you know, I just have, I downloaded Strawberry Jam, which is a Celeste community level pack, and a lot of the levels that people make have, like, original mechanics that, like, fit right in with Celeste. And it's sick. Come on. Easy. Fucking embarrassing.
That was just very sad.
Yeah.
That was just very sad.
I haven't gotten very far in Strawberry Jam, by the way, because, like, it is,
hard.
I would honestly say, I think, like, the Strawberry Jam itself is split into, like, 5, I think, major level packs or something. I think the 3rd level pack is rated for a difficulty equivalent to Farewell. This level. And then there are 2 difficulties higher than that. I have seen it. It honestly gets to the point where you're kind of just being asked to do task stuff. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I love tasks.
But in an ideal world, I would be able to do it. But you know...
some people don't like tasks.
Wow.
I love tasks.
have never, ever died there in my life until now.
Looking at tasks do things looks so good.
To be clear, Bando, I think tasks is really great to watch.
Obviously.
Starting asking to player...
I'm sure playing tasks, by the way, like actually doing the whole task thing, probably the most awful thing ever.
Oh, it
like,
looks very tedious.
You have to do you literally play the game at 1 frame per second.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually 1 frame per second either, because like input stuff. It's like more like
God damn it.
1 frame every like 10 seconds maybe, which.
I mean, it depends how long it takes you to, you know, decide which input.
Yeah, obviously.
If you need to route the tasks as well, by the way, nightmare. Yeah. You know, tasks can just take months to make.
Yeah.
They're cool as fuck, but you know.
Yeah.
But no, like the later levels.
Actually, doing like the regular speedrun takes less time.
Yeah. No,
learning and doing the speedrun takes less time than doing and routing and doing the task.
I dropped my guy.
Yeah.
But no, like some of the later levels in Strawberry Jam are like, do these like a frame perfect input where you need to like press a button like 4 times within specific frame windows, and do that like 3 times in a row or whatever. And it's just like at some point you're being made for masochists. You're not being made for the regular gamer anymore. And to be fair, that's fine. If Celeste is going to attract that audience, then yeah, why not give them like fucking insanely hard levels, right?
Hey, not. At least this kind of masochism doesn't hurt them physically.
You might give yourself like fucking repetitive strain injury or something.
Maybe.
But that's...
Also, Josh, considering that I had to share bad news with you, I can also share good news with you that you probably have already heard. JS, not our JS, the bad JS, the one that got a 4-hour video essay about them. They have officially been taken down. You know, they did no more videos on their channel.
Oh, good, badass.
We won.
We're allowed to say James
we
Summerton,
won,
by the
guys.
way. Just so
No, we can't.
No, we can. Mudcord YouTube. James Summerton deserves to, like, burn in hell.
Very evil person.
Fucking hell, that was brain dead of me.
There was just like Josh forgot to do an input.
I was too excited about James Summerton, like, dying in real life. No, they deserve to get taken down. They also, I believe, took down their own Patreon.
Yeah, they're gone basically. Hopefully, presumably for the future forever.
Good.
Officially taken down. It's over. No more JS. Wait, do you think that our JS is also this JS?
No, Jesus Christ, that would be one hell of a twist, though. If our JS,
let's ping JS.
If JS is secretly James Summerton, I will ban her from Mudcord. I don't think so, though. Her pronouns are different.
Gonna ping JS with the most evil message that anyone has ever been pinged in Mudcord.
Oh my god, I just fucking shut off for a second there.
It happens.
Yeah, but no, like, I'm glad that is the impact H-Bomber Guy's video had. That is what deserves to have happened after this.
The real problem is that the other people mentioned in the video were not killed in real life either.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't think, like, almost any of them deserve it, you know, nearly as bad as James Summerton does.
Yeah, I mean,
like, frankly,
I don't get it. If I have a slightly negative opinion of you, you can die in real life. That is true.
I don't think.
Are you telling me that there's people with like that you like think have done slightly bad things in their lives? Oh, the jellyfish. Hey Josh, are you telling me that you have like a degree of like hatred and not just either I love you or I think that you should die?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'll stop showing complexity and nuance as a human being. You're right.
Either I think you're the most awesome person ever, or I will personally commit violently.
Yeah, you're either with me or
in Minecraft. Don't censor us again on YouTube.
See, this time it's you that's gonna get us taken down, Bando.
There's actually a possibility. Like I'm thinking.
We're only on
who knows?
They can't like get mad at us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Whether something we said in this video might be too controversial for the YouTube gods.
I mean, fuck! I keep not throwing him high enough. I thought this screen would be quicker, honestly, because I've kind of done it enough times to know. But I am playing poorly.
You said it's the longest screen in the game.
Well, yeah, but like I'm still playing bad. Shoutouts to this Let's Play Celeste where I like switched save file. I just started playing the final level.
That's awesome.
Next time we will go back to, you know, where we actually
No, next time we'll play a different game.
I mean, like next time I record Celeste, because I kind of want to beat the, like, doing all the B-sides thing, just because it sounds funny. This will probably only be...
Imagine watching Final Fantasy Part 2, and in the middle of Part 2, the guy just like, oh yeah, let me just do the final fight quick.
Yeah. Oh, this is,
I
think I'm calling this Part 12, by the way, because of the fact that
Part 12.
Yeah.
We're in the future.
we just didn't record parts, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11. I mean, we're on Part 12 because we're doing Farewell now, right?
Yeah. You're making sure that Part 12 comes out before the rest. Before Part 2, right?
There isn't a Part 2. I accidentally wrote Part 12 or episode 12.
I get that, right?
Yeah.
But, like, you're not gonna like wait
for
this video to be up.
No, God, no. I'll upload this next. Don't worry.
Nice. I'm so excited. Josh.
I'm playing When did we start, by the way? I feel like it's been a while.
It'd be like 2... be more than 2 hours.
It's just every Mudcord video I watch, obviously. So the longer this video goes on, the more homework I have to do.
It should be 2.5 to 240-ish right now.
I just didn't even hold the grab button there.
I think you said like a 2. Actually, nah.
Fair. I'll give myself an amount of deaths after which I will decide, like, okay, that'll do.
I think like around 1040. 1040 or 1050 we started. So it's definitely 2 hours, and then 10 or 20 minutes maybe.
Right, if I die 10 more times, we will end the episode.
Alright,
I don't
are you gonna count yourself, or am I just supposed to count?
I mean, I'll count. You can also count if you want. It'll probably be a bit better if we both independently count, just so we don't, like, you know, lose track.
The last time you got a counter, you, like,
Fuck!
died twice on the first screen.
Okay, I made it. Yeah. No, it's fine. Honestly, that part beforehand probably is the hardest part. This part's free, honestly. These stars aren't even, like, threatening. Likewise for these guys. You can go up here at full speed, even.